Hi guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here, back once again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a pretty cool review of Tron Ares movie DVD review. So it's the latest instalment in the pretty awesome, cool, and growing Tron franchise, which obviously started quite a while ago as just a one-off kind of thing. Well, I think it started as a one-off, but then now we've had two sequels. I thought the second film was intended to be sort of like a remake, but it was obviously a second movie carrying on the film story, and then obviously we have got another film. I think there's going to be a few more, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I hope there is because I quite like the films. I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of the first film, but yeah, it's kind of sort of uh, sort of growing on me, and I'm getting sort of got more into it since the last film, and this film is pretty good, which we'll get to in a minute. Yeah, but Tron, yeah, it's a pretty cool franchise. You know the story. Originally, a guy playing the game Tron, and then gets put into the computer, and then obviously continuing the story from the next couple of films. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think it came out sometime last year, I believe it was, because we're in January 2026. So I believe it came out sometime last year. I saw it once so far on Sky Glass, and yeah, I'm going to watch it a few times more because it's yeah, quite enjoyed it. Uh, yeah, so it's pretty good. There's the artwork there of the cover. It's a pretty good cover. Tron Ares, the cast members there. Uh, Another image seen from the movie there when he's on the bike. It's a pretty cool futuristic style bike. Then there's a bit of writing there. Then there's obviously various uh, scenes from the movie. Obviously, the different cast members, pretty good. And there's obviously the writing there. It's always so small that you could just about read it. It's obviously like directed by, production by, the cast, one disc, and all the info. You know, it's 140 minutes. What works out about like say around 150, 1 hour and 50 minutes, I guess, for the movie. Once you take the end credits off, and then all the info. Yeah, all that palaver. Disc is quite basic. It's just white with Tron Ares on it. Now the cast question. To be honest, it's just like a young uh, cast members. I think the only cast member that's recognisable is can't think of his name. Is it Jeff Bridges or someone? Something like that. Sorry, I can't think of his name, but yeah, pretty much all the cast. I mean, I would say it's fairly weak cast because usually, you know, sometimes you get cast where it's like young cast and then sort of like older cast that you know legends that have been around for ages, sort of like mixed. But this seems to be fairly weak cast with like young uh, uh, actors that have not been in many films that are just trying to make a name for themselves. But yeah, I would say it's a fairly weak cast. But I think they hold their own. I think they don't do too badly in this. I think you know, their acting is pretty okay. The action scenes that they're in are okay as well. Uh, yeah, so it works out about 150, so it's quite a good time. As I said, it's continuing from the story where I won't spoil it, but yeah, it's sort of continuing the story. It's quite hard to explain what's going on because there is so much going on. But yeah, this is pretty much continuing the story. The movie itself, I think it's quite enjoyable. I know these critics always say about these films are not very good and stuff. Uh, I think with something like this, it's always going to struggle because when you've got all these popular sort of sci-fi films that are going to be, they're going to always do well, like Star Wars, Star Trek, uh, and all that kind of stuff. That's something like this is always going to struggle because it's not as popular. In terms of the franchise, Star Wars and that, Star Trek and stuff. I've got massive fan bases and always going to be popular. With this is not so popular because when it makes films out, it's always going to struggle. I mean, it's not going to get billions and billions like Star Wars and stuff is. So it's always going to be up against it, and struggle to compete with this. But to be honest, I think it's quite a good movie. It's certainly not boring. You get some of these films that are big blockbusters, and some of them are boring. Even for like 2 hours. Some of them are just like there's a lot of talking, and sometimes there's like half an hour before something happens, and some of them are quite boring. But this is certainly not boring for a film that's almost nearly 2 hours. It's really exciting. I don't remember there being many times where it's boring. When there is scenes where there's nothing going on and there's brief talking, but it's quite interesting. And it doesn't go on that long before there's action. There's a lot of action going on in this, and it's pretty good, and it's just fun and cool. I just think overall the franchise is just it's just really fun and cool. It's certainly not boring at all. Yeah, I think the story continuing it from the Tron story is pretty good. The action is pretty good. Special effects are very, very good. I like the costumes, the design of it. I think they look pretty cool and unique. Yeah, I like the action scenes with the stuff going on because there's scenes that involve just like hand-to-hand combat type stuff, but then there's other action scenes that like involving bikes and cars or whatever, which are quite good and always fun. So there's a lot of different stuff going on, and it's just really cool. And it is quite interesting to see the story of Tron develop and where it's going to go. I'll be interested to see where the next film is going to go. I was where a lot of films, I'm not really too bothered when they come out. I'm sort of like not really excited. But when I saw this coming out, I was quite excited, and I thought, yeah, it looked really good, like the trailers and stuff. Yeah, from what I saw, it looked pretty good, and I was like, yeah, I really like Tron. Definitely want to see the movie. It looks pretty good, and yeah, I thought it was really good and fun. And I'll be, you know, excited when I watch it again when I get the chance. But yeah, it's pretty good. As I said, without spoiling it, yeah, it's definitely one that I would recommend. I think up and downs. Uh, let's look at the downs first. As I said, downside being a weak cast, considering it's just like mostly up and coming actors, so they could have maybe done with a few in there that just to give it that lift and to give it a bit more strong cast. Just a few more legendary actors just to give it that just a bit more strength in the cast. But other than that, quite weak. I think the time's pretty good. I'd say about 150 for this type of film because I think it needs that kind of length, like almost 152 hour mark for something like this. So yeah, I think the time's pretty good, and I think they do well with the time. As I said, I don't. There's no boringness about this. And as I said, usually with a film that's almost 2 hours, there's usually like some stuff that's boring. The talking goes on and stuff like that, but this doesn't. The talking's very brief. And it just goes straight into the action, and it sets itself up for the next scene after each other. So yeah, it does pretty well, and I think a lot of films do struggle with being 2 hours, and yeah, sometimes it's a bit boring. But this does quite well. to keep it going for almost 2 hours, and keep the action going. They did pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I can't think, as I said, looking at the negatives or downsides, I can't think of anything, as I said, apart from the cast being weak. I can't think of anything else really wrong with it. I think, yeah, I think they did quite well. The upsides, as I said, length is good at the time. The action scene is pretty good. It's fun. It's enjoyable. As I said, it's just interesting to kind of see. As I said, uh, the story evolving, and interesting to see where it's going to go next. And yeah, it's just really good movie. I would rate it. Yeah, as I said, it was always going to be up against it, with these critics and that same. But I think it's good. I think it's fun. I think a lot of these critics are too harsh. If they want to sit and watch a film that's boring and people talking, that's up to them. I certainly don't. I want to see a film that's, if I'm going to be sitting there for 2 hours, I want to see something that's really good action, and really fun and enjoyable. Something that's just not boring, and something where you want to watch, and you feel like you want to watch it again, and you're going to be excited when you watch it again because it's going to be good. Not a film that's going to be boring, and you're like, do I actually really want to watch this again? But this is not. This is something where you want to watch it again and again, and it's going to be good. But yeah, it's certainly. I mean, I would say maybe an 8 if I'm being generous, 9 out of 10 to be honest. Because as I said, other than the cast being not that well known, other than that, I can't think of much really wrong with it. As I said, I think it's just really good. Yeah, it's certainly one of the better films that I've seen. Saw a lot of films last year, and some are good, and some are not good. Some are a bit disappointing, but this is very good. I think it's very good. Uh, Maybe I'll be interested to see if they make another one. But yeah, that's going to be it for this, guys. Keep it not too long. Yeah, so guys, hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more vids. I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely would recommend this movie. And yeah, thanks for watching and take care. I'll see you guys in the next movie. See ya. Bye for now.